Well, the verdict is in. That Mod pizza something different. Well, look here. That Mod pizza was different. Now I got the pesto on there. You could get the half regular sauce and the half spicy sauce, the tomato sauce, and then I got some type of spicy chicken sausage and pepperoni with mushrooms, ricotta cheese and mozzarella cheese, pesto and balsamic thick glaze, and was it sweet honey peppers or red honey peppers. Listen, that thing was good. That thing, them retired Domino's and Pizza Hut and Hungry Howard's, all them retired. Nah, I got to go to that Mod pizza. That's different. Mod, send me a check now. One of y'all work at Mod, send me a check. Send this video to Mod. 30 seconds. DM to him on Instagram, tell him to send me a check. That Mod pizza different. But I wanted to hop back on here because I didn't know if I finished up what I was talking about. And listen to me. One thing that, if you have not heard me say this, if you watch the videos and you've heard me say this, but the truth hurts. And what I mean by the truth, I mean the personal truth for you. The truth you need to hear. The truth that's going to take you to the next level. That truth hurts. It hurt, and we have to be consistent with it. We're going to fail. We're going to fall short. But you got to reset, get back up, start over, get back to it the next day. It will not be easy. It will not be easy in the least. It's going to be very challenging because what you need to do is not going to be easy to do. What you want to do is going to be easy to do, but it's going to come with, because it's going to make you feel comfort. But one thing you have to realize is that comfort leads to discomfort. Comfort leads to discomfort. So when I say be comfortable, I mean get to a system and a place where your truth is working you without breaking you, without messing you up. Because think about it. When you got a little bit of pain, it can push you. If the pain is in an area that is breaking down to build up. Now, when the pain is in an area that only breaks down, then that's not good pain. So think about this. When you're being verbally abused, that's a pain, that's a toxic pain that only breaks you down, and it will ultimately destroy you. On the other side, when you have pain that is like in the gym, where your muscles are being broken down to then rebuild stronger, that's a good pain. That's why in the gym, they say no pain, no gain. But in life, like in love, that pain could cost you your gains. There may be no gain if there is too much pain. Now, we all go through things, we all struggle, we all gonna deal with some stuff, but you got to understand what's manageable and what's not. Now, this big old truck is on the side of the road. Oh, they look like they about to deliver a car. Okay, well, buddy, you should have pulled up into that driveway, oh boy. And so you have to think about this and really confront yourself and say, now listen, am I doing enough that's going to challenge me? Am I doing enough to challenge me? And I get it all the time. Tony, you know, I want this right here. Why is it not coming? I say, well, you know, this one thing right here, it's a little painful. It's a little painful. And that's why you do it for a month and then you don't do it for 3 months. Because it's a little painful. It's a little uncomfortable. So it's challenging you and it's pushing you in an area that you really don't want to be challenged and pushed in. And that's why you're not getting the results that you want, because the area that you need to work on is an uncomfortable area. It could be boring. It could be monotonous. It could be something that you just don't think about. It could be something that you just don't enjoy doing. It could be a sacrifice that you don't want to make because it makes you feel like a fish out of water sometimes. It just could put you in a place and in a space that you just don't want to be. But guess what? What is on the other side of that? What is the result of that? What you're going to get from that? That's what you have to think about. So when you look at what you're choosing not to do, you got to also identify the life that you're choosing to have based on what you're choosing not to do. And then when you look at what you need to do, and you say, well, if I could choose to do this on a consistent basis, what will be the result? What will be the result? Now, see, you don't want the bad to level out the good. Here's what I mean. You don't want to go and burn 800 calories in an area of your life and then go put back in 1,600 or 2,400 calories. Because if you just burn 800 but then you go put in 2,400, you're not finna lose any weight in the area you want to lose weight. And when I'm using that as an analogy, but not just talking about weight, I'm saying when I say calories, think about it like this. If you go read your Bible for 30 minutes, but then you go watch a demonic possessed horror movie for 2 hours, you just canceled out the growth you had from the Bible. Now, notice I said demonic horror movie, like what the lady just said, and it's going all over on online, and it's really because it's a couple good people in the media trying to warn you. They like, listen, we over here in this media, we in the news media, we not in the movie media, but we trying to write these articles about this, what this lady's saying, without us getting in too much trouble by Hollywood. So the lady said that Hocus Pocus is gonna unleash hell on your kids. When I watched the little preview, I say, she not lying. It looks to me that's what's gonna happen. It looks to me it's some real spells being conjured in that movie. But see, that's the thing. We'll take and do something good, but then cancel it out with something bad. So you could tell your child, hey, I don't want you to listen to all this rapping, cussing music on TikTok or wherever, but then you let them sit down and watch Hocus Pocus 2. And next thing you know, they reciting chants and spells and be done channeled something for real. And then they walk around slobbing out the mouth or can't sleep at night, and you like, well, what's going on? Go to acting up in school, go to getting touched on and touching on others, and you like, what's going on? It's them spells you just put out on them. Yes, look, spirit's real. Spirit's real. Just like you believe in good spirits, there are evil spirits, because it's always a balance. It's always an opposing side. God created good and evil. So you got to understand that whenever you do good, you naturally are going to want to do bad. So here's the thing. You'll be abstinent for a year and then fall in the bed and have unprotected sex. So it's like you just ain't fall in the bed and get you a little oral. You went all the way in there. All the way, all kind of bacteria. So now you went from abstinent to pregnant without a ring. Well, how did that happen? Well, you did not actually make a change. You just was stalling it. You just was holding it off You just was going through the motions, but you did not actually have an internal change. And I've talked to so many people, and there's countless people. So if you one of them people, don't feel like I'm talking about you, because you ain't the only one. But I done talked to people that burst in tears, that is boohoo crying because they was abstinent for X amount of years and then fell into fornication. And they could not believe how they could fall so far. They didn't go from abstinence to a tongue kiss. They didn't go from abstinence to some dry humping. They didn't go from abstinence to some hot dogging. They went, think about it now, hot dog in a bun. Think about what looked like a little bun and what looked like a hot dog and what the hot dog do. And ain't sticking a hole through the bread, it's laying right there in the bread. And so that's what they used to do in high school, called it hot dogging. I ain't know what it was, but a young lady said that to me. She was like, no, I've never done that, but I've just done hot dog. And I'm like, well, what is that? Okay, all right, well, whatever that is. And so think about it now. Think about it. How you go from one, and the thing about it is there was not a renewal of the mind. So we didn't have a lifestyle change. We just was on a fad diet. So meaning, oh, it's trendy to be abstinent. It's trendy to be celibate. Saying it wrong, spelling it wrong, I'm celibate. No, you ain't, because you don't even know how it's spelled. It's celibate. I'm celibate. No, you ain't. I already know you ain't committed to it because you ain't even looked the word up. Celibate. It's celibate. And it don't mean what you think it mean. You abstinent. And so now listen. We was on a fad diet. And what happened when we on a fad diet? We lose all of this weight and then we put on double what we lost. That's the same thing happen when you change in any area of your life. Now listen, what I'm telling y'all right here, free on YouTube, man, people charging $20,000 a year for this type of consistent insight that could change your life. And if you willing to listen, it will change your life. If you willing to listen, it will change your life. You got to let it though. You got to do the work. You got to be willing to do that work, and it's gonna help you. This is what I'm telling you now. Hey, this Tony Gas on the made it home. See, I ate my piece on the way home. Wife wasn't happy about that. She was like, oh my goodness, go on get the divorce papers. You supposed to eat that with me. I'm done talking to you. I say, listen now, I call you while I'm eating to let you know how good it is now, but I'm not good with cold food. I eat my food hot. I eat my food hot. I'm gonna let y'all eat that cold food, that poverty. Listen, I ain't got no poverty mindset. I can be eating no cold food. My food got to be hot. God bless you now. You got to eat cold food. God bless you. I eat if I have to now. If I ain't got to, no, I eat my food hot. I'm sorry. Hey, this Tony Gas, and God bless you. We'll talk soon.